Hey y'all, welcome to a Mindless Morning Show special interview. Sit back and relax with your hosts, Nick and Josh.
Hey everybody, really excited. Mindless Morning Show is back again to bring you Frank Shubert, and he is here to talk to us about his music career, and he's also a scientist. And I know there's a lot of exciting things that he's done. He's got a really big brain, and if you're watching on YouTube, which I hope you are, he looks awesome.
He looks like a mad scientist.
I love it, man.
I'm not that mad anymore.
Okay.
Mad for a while.
What changed you? What made you not mad anymore?
Good drugs. I moved to California.
Oh, good.
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to ask you is just how are you doing today, man? Do you have a good day?
Yeah. Overall, right now, this is the highlight. So I'm having a good time right now.
Woo! Man, that makes me feel good.
I was sure the early part was a bitch, but I would get through it.
Man. I definitely feel you there.
Well, hopefully you still got the good drugs on hand. And
Oh, yeah. Well, cheers to that.
Yeah, all right.
All three of us are drinking.
Yeah.
All right.
And one of the funniest things that I think we have going for us on this show is we're called the Mindless Morning Show, but we record every single one of these fucking things at night when we're drinking. And so it's like...
Yes. Hey, tell me a good play that Shakespeare wrote when he was sober.
Hey, there you go. That's true, man. It's just the way it is. I love it, and everybody that listens to us knows us by now. So they're like, they're drinking, even though I'm listening to this at 6 a.m. on the way to work.
They're wishing they were drinking.
They wish. Yeah, they wish. So what was it like growing up for you? We'll start at the beginning. How was it getting into all of your different fields to where you are now?
I remember a puppy dog, and I remember, let's see. I remember one time I was so excited to run into the water that I forgot I had my brand new shoes on, and my mother yelled at me.
Oh, shit.
And it sort of set a tone because I remember that thing. That's a while back. Right? So, no, I don't know. I grew up in sort of weird, sheltered life until I was 10. And then I got sort of booted out into the woods and became sort of a heathen. And about that time, well, just before that, I started... guitar just got me. I was like, whoa, that thing is cool. And, then you start seeing this, you hear this great music. I remember when I was a kid, I had to, my parents stuck me, they had a real big house and they stuck me in this real big room. And to make it smaller, because it just felt uncomfortable, I'd put curtains up, right, to make that corner off a piece of it. And I'd say, just leave me alone. And the maids and everything, they'd all leave me alone. And I would put the radio under my blankets and listen to blues in Chicago at night. And I was like, fuck. And so then they thought I was, kind of, I don't want to say retard. They thought I was.
Say whatever you want.
Okay. Well, I don't want to disrespect anybody. I've got good friends that are retards.
Yes.
Good friends. Here's to those guys too.
Yeah.
I don't mean no disrespect, man. I love everybody. But so I couldn't stay awake in class and school, and in the early school because I would stay up all night listening to blues songs and Muddy Waters and
captured you.
So then my parents moved to this tiny little town, and there was no radio reception. When near Chicago, I got all those really good blues stations. Yeah. So then I started thinking, so I've got to do it myself. And I remember my first instrument was playing coffee cans with sticks.
Hell yeah.
Right? And, well, actually, no, the first time. So I was like 6 years old or so. And my brother went off to the army or something like that, and he left this guitar that he'd bought just to impress a girl. Never learned how to play it or anything, you know. And I picked it up, and I was fiddling. Wow, this is really cool. And the only time in all my years of playing guitar, and I've been through tens of thousands of strings, the string broke at the top of the neck, and it swung back and stuck in my finger. And this finger, right? I'm like a 6-year-old kid, and I was like, ah! I should have known.
Dude, that's the worst.
So I didn't play for a couple of years, but then I remember that feeling, and then, you know, hearing guitar records and stuff, and fuck.
Yeah.
So when I got up in the woods and I had nothing, I'd either walk in the woods, you know, it was like walking through a jungle at night. Sometimes it was really spiritual and trippy, you know, for a 10-year-old.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I started developing that thirst for music, and I couldn't wait to get out of the fucking woods to hear a band, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave that goddamn place so bad.
So how did you eventually?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then you escaped. Then you eventually escaped.
Well, I started getting hints, right? Because there were 2 other guys in this tiny little town that were musicians. To give you an example of the size, there was in the whole high school, 9, 10, 11, 12, there were 98 kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right. So the 8th and the 9th grades were in the same room and taught by the same teacher, and you had to sit in separate sections. Well, those 9th graders were hellraisers already. Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we learned a lot of tricks from those guys. Anyway, you know, then all of a sudden, I just, you know, I'm bugging my parents, and I think I was maybe 12, and they finally bought me that shitty Sears guitar or something like that. Yeah. And I loved it. And I noticed that the girls started looking at me a little bit. You know,
yeah,
hard, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
You know, that was my first. And then I remember another musical moment. At the time, I probably didn't care at the time either, but at their school, it was the northern woods, you know, and these kids had this massive snowball fight after school. And it was grades different, you know, the high school is against the grade, and they're all throwing stuff. Then everybody's just throwing at everybody. And then the teachers walk out to try to stop, and everybody starts pelting them, and they go back. Right? And remember, it's this tiny little town in northern Wisconsin, right? Well, I'm walking home, and I want to get home because I got on my, you know, cool-looking boots that are cold as fuck in the winter up there. Oh, and I turn around, and I see all these snowballs, and I'm like, should I go? No, fuck it. I'll go home. The next day, because the principal got hit in the head with a snowball, they were going to get the guys. Right? And they decided there was 4 instigators in this thing, and those are the guys that are going to punish the most, and everybody else loses recess. And guess who they thought was one of the instigators? Me. And I'm like, I didn't do it. Fuck you lying Shubert. We know you were there.
Did you have that hair then too? Like, I didn't do it.
I don't know why they didn't believe me.
That's too funny.
Anyway, but that was true. I didn't. So anyway, yeah, that was my kangaroo court. And then the rest of the class. But what they didn't realize is that made me really cool with the rest of the classes.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Because they thought we really got in trouble. And all they did, they banned us from going to extracurricular events, which in the winter it's basketball and that's it, and skiing. So I was the only guy that could really ski on the ski team, so they couldn't ban me from that. And I was the #1 trumpet player in the school band. So for halftime, they had this rule: I could come in there 10 minutes before, warm up, play halftime, and I had to leave right away.
Wow.
Well, it was so funny. I would bring everybody cigarettes and shit.
Nice. Shit, man.
Yeah. Then when I had a band, of course, all the other kids, we gotta go see that guy.
Yeah, he's
anyway.
Crazy.
There you go.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like, I was innocent. I'm telling you.
Yeah. You were
I believe
innocent.
you.
You were innocent that
My
time.
mother.
Yeah, you're innocent that time. But and that's funny because one of the questions, other questions I had was like, what was some crazy shit you did growing up, or hell, even now, depending on what you may or may not do, allegedly.
Allegedly in a foreign country.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we
Rumored.
can start adding. Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know. The touring, everybody's, oh wow, that touring is such, so almost glamorous. But I don't know if you know many working musicians who tour, but it's work. It's like going to work and being a high pressure manager, GM or some shit.
Oh God.
Get up at 7, be ready to go at 8, get on the plane, fly somewhere. Sound check at 2, always scheduled at 2 and never happens till 3:30 or 4. You get about an hour sound check. It still sounds shitty. You got a couple hours to get something to eat. You play, you're dead. You go to the hotel room, get up at 7 and do it again. And
damn.
That's a lot of it. That's a lot of it. So you got to like that,
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you start partying and doing drugs on a tour, you can't stop until you get off the tour, right? Because you get wasted and go to try to go to sleep at 5 a.m. Then you got to go and do a full-on concert that night.
So then you need them to keep going.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a vicious cycle. I did it once, and then I was, I'm not no angel, but when I was on tour, I was straight as a judge.
Hell yeah.
Not that I liked it so much, but paid the bills. So.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. That's exciting because we've been talking to musicians and you're a musician as well. So I just want to also say that it's amazing that we get to talk to you and you get to tell us your experiences, and it's pretty exciting for us because we're nobodies, but we're.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
Yeah, we're nobodies.
Me too.
Cheers.
With hair like that, you're not a nobody.
Our esteemed guest, nobody. Actually, my stage name, No.
Was No?
Eileen didn't tell you that?
No.
Okay, so it is in the email.
Oh, it
Frank
is.
Shubert is my incognito name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I'm doing big business and trying to fuck over billionaires.
But
and it's just kind of a joke. It just happened, and with Revolushn, it sort of fit. But so I'll tell you a story how I got this name. I was 5-6 years ago, maybe now. I was just starting to get comfortable in San Francisco, and my friend had told me about this really cool bar, Hotel Utah, and I started looking it up online, and I saw they had jam nights or open mic, right?
Oh yeah.
And so the first night I go there, and I'm thinking, I'm a rock star. I just go in there and play, and I fucking froze because it dawned on me I have never done that medium, right? I played in front of tens of thousands of people. I've done bars. I've played all over the world for 2 people there for the waitress, but I've never sat there and sang a song with a guitar singing one of my songs, right?
Oh shit.
I was like, yeah, can you believe that?
Yeah, no, I can't. That's crazy.
First time I ever did it. So I'm fucking scared. And the first night I signed up and put my name, Frank Shubert, and I chickened out because I'm thinking, oh, these bunch of fucking doofuses. Well, there was about 10% doofus, about 20% pretty good, and that night about 60% real fucking good.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, whoa, I can't. And, I'm like humbled. I'm like, you stupid rock star. Fuck. So I go home, and then I thought, and I'm working up to it. I'm starting to work up a song. And the next time I go, and did I flake out the second time? No. Yeah, it was the second time I did it. So I signed up, and I didn't sign up till the last minute, and I met this guy, and we were drinking gin and tonics, right? Ooh. And I'm nervous, so I had maybe 2 gin and tonics before I even put my name on there, which is the limit for me. And
right.
So I wrote my name real sloppy. You know, you couldn't read it. The guy gets out. He's a local there. It's like 11 o'clock, and this friend that I met, he was a beatbox guy, and I'm like, dude, I'm too fucking nervous. You got to come up there with me. Sure, man, I'll do it. And we're drinking now. By the time I walk on stage, I'm 5 gin and tonics into this. It's 11:30 at night. I damn near fall over walking on the stage, and I'm thinking, oh, that's a great fall. Fall on the stage because you're drunk. Go to the backstage. We went through it in a second. We walk out there. I plug my guitar in, and I remember I hit a couple chords, and I looked over, and Brendan, the MC, says, "Yeah, you're good." And we started driving home and having to close one eye because I'm seeing triple. Which kids don't ever fucking do that. I'm sorry I did that. But I got home, and the next day I'm going, oh, I'm such an idiot. And the guy, I text him and I said, hey, sorry, I was so fucked up. And he goes, no, man, what happened to you? We were looking for you. They really want you to come back. They like you.
Oh,
wow.
Hell really? Yeah. Nice. All right.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess I need to do that for really every show now. No.
Well, no. That was, and I would swear I've not, just 5-6 years ago, I've not driven drunk since then. I will never do it again. And I apologize to anybody who watches me swerving. Kids, don't do that. But that was my first ever open mic where I sang a song that I wrote. It was called Wolf. Yeah, it was really, and they're so nice there. I mean, that's one of the things that drew me in, like right away, was how accepting and how nice everybody was. And even the guys that sucked, you'd clap for them anyway, because you know you're going to be up there in a minute. And
yeah, that's true.
For you, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But you know, it's very San Francisco. To me, it was like, this is the best part of San Francisco. And then we got Revolushn going, and we played there several times, and it was just awesome every time. And I mean, it's small. It's the whole room is maybe the size of this room here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it's with the bar, which is upstairs and over in the back. It's maybe 100 people is maximum. And maybe 30 sit down and listen to the music at any one time. Oh, and they have a balcony too, and you're right over the person.
Oh shit!
So if you just look up, there's someone looking at your noggin.
There are a lot of people doing the old spit prank.
Yeah,
I would hope not.
No, it's cool. I really met a lot of the cool, the singers, songwriters, and musicians in San Francisco through that club and the others that are, there's a really thriving singer-songwriter scene.
Yeah, well,
it was very attractive.
You've met and worked with a shitload of big names, man. It's really cool. Like, it's cool that you've been able to do all that and make your own stuff, and also do work in like the science industry also. Like, I don't know, it's all really cool.
I know other guys that do that, like Bob too from Devo. He was a nuclear physicist before his brother talked him into joining the band.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And after Brian Eno, he was pretty much did all the engineering and producing for the band. I mean, he's the one who developed that sound all the way past. What was that? That was a cool story. And I wasn't there for this, but they were telling me they were playing in Los Angeles and in these clubs, and they're like we had all the the LA phone. Well, you guys are the best I ever heard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so, but then David Bowie came to see him and said, "I want to produce this band," but it was like the contract was everything for David Bowie and nothing for Devo, and at the same time, Warner Brothers said, "Wait a minute, no, we gave them $3,000 for a development deal 10 years ago. They belong to us." So it was this fight between. It ended up between Virgin and Warner Brothers. But then Brian Eno jumped in and said, "Fuck it, come out here. We'll just record the album and see what happens."
Yeah, there you go.
That was the first Devo album. And they did it in a converted pigsty in the winter in Germany. It was cold as fuck.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I relate to that because my first band in Wisconsin, where we practiced, we'd have to stick our hands over the heater to get our fingers warm enough to move.
Yeah.
So we were dedicated,
I've tried playing my guitar in my garage when I lived in Iowa for a few years, and I'm like, no, I can't. It's too cold. I can't do it. It pissed me off. Like it would be so cold, and it just wasn't even where I kept making mistakes. It just wasn't worth it.
Oh, I know. I used to, when I was real young in this little town, I would hitchhike with my acoustic guitar. Me and my friend, he played harmonica, and we'd be trying to play, and I could play like one string at a time, maybe.
Yeah.
And it still hurts because your fingers are so fucking cold.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, I definitely get that. So, you're in your studio literally right now. So you're working on like a whole album or just a single, or what is it you're working on?
No, it's an album, and it's like this far from being done.
Wow.
The songs are now done, right? There's some harmonies to sing on the last song, but now it's just, there's maybe a little tracking on the last song, but mostly it's just EQing and mastering, and then it's going to be done. It's like, I'm within a week, I'd say. I work on it every fucking day to the point where, I'm never going to listen to these songs again, but they're going to be good.
That's kick-ass.
I always wondered how that felt for bands that go on tour and just play the same songs over and over. If at any point in time they're just like, fuck our music.
I've been on stuff. Yeah, I've been on tours where it's, here's your spot. You stand there, you turn this way, you look that way, you play. The playing part of it is easy. That's fucking easy part. It's the hardest part about touring on a big tour is not the playing part, because you're doing the same thing over and over each night, right? Standing in the same spot, same spotlight hits you for the same part of the song. The hard part is liking it after 90 shows.
Keeping the energy going and everything.
Yeah. So I'm doing exactly the opposite of that in 2 days. I'm playing at 10 in the morning at the San Francisco Outer Sunset District Flea Market. And we played for 2 hours, and we have to wear masks and we can't sing. So we just jam. And it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's cool. You can just focus on playing.
Yeah, it's really fun. And these little kids are always jumping up and down and dancing with us. It's really fun.
That is cool.
Yeah. I'm really lucky to be doing that. That's the only gig in town that I know. Like, there's no big concerts. There's none of the dive little bars I like playing at.
Yeah, nothing's. I bet those dive bars can get wild though. Like, people are all drunk in there, and just I can imagine.
I've seen some shit at those places, like really. Back in the day in LA, when there was all the cocaine around, they were always having wet T-shirt contests, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
And fucking gorgeous. And I was in Orange County at the time in Los Angeles, South Los Angeles, and there were girls. And I was in a band that we did top 40, but we were really good, right? So we did all the cool places. Well, a lot of these places would have wet t-shirt contests in between the sets. So we liked it because we'd get, 30, 40 minutes off and gorgeous chicks coming in there. Well, what we realized after the second or third one was there's about a couple dozen at most, maybe a dozen really hot chicks that did it for a living.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And they would work those guys. Oh God.
That's crazy.
I didn't realize you could do contests for a living.
Yeah.
It was a big stage, right? A nice stage for the band, but it was also the reason that stuck out into the crowd so much is because in between sets they had strippers or wet t-shirt contests. They didn't call them strippers; they called it wet t-shirt contest, but it was strippers on their night off.
Oh yeah, making extra money for sure.
Yeah, and this one girl comes out and she's gorgeous and a body. Oh my God! And the guys and they're sitting around the States and they're just drooling and they're reaching in and grabbing all their cash and sticking it in their panties. And she's like, I was watching her, and each guy, she would, they'd think, oh God, this kind of girl's gonna go home with me tonight for a couple seconds, right?
Yeah.
She was fucking working it, dude. She knew how to get the money. And she goes, then she does her thing and goes backstage, and I got the pass, right? So I'm gonna see this. I go backstage, and I walk in there, and right when she's laughing with the others going, did you see that ball? Fuck, I got him for $200, that stupid asshole. And I'm like, oh no, you just ruined it. Oh God, that was my last day of fascination with strippers. After that, it was like, oh God.
Yeah,
It ruined the magic.
Yeah, really ruined the magic. And no disrespect to her, but for me, it was no longer any fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's listening because literally every stripper in America listens to the show, which is extremely crazy.
I love them. No, I do, because they're like, I'm so respectful of that because I could never do that. Fuck that. Take my clothes out in front of you? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, right. So
yeah, man,
I got respect. Here's the strippers.
It can't be all that bad, It's a little freeing, and
I do want to say I think it's worse for male strippers because women go there to laugh. They go there. They go there with all their girlfriends to point and laugh and drink their fucking wine and shit and laugh at the guys that are right? That's my face
right.
too when I'm doing it.
You go to a club where girls are stripping and the guys are like, they're quiet and they're just throwing money. You go to a guy stripper place, because I did that because we used to play at some of these places, and these girls are fucking. Oh, look at that! Oh my God! You're right. They were there to have fun and laugh, and you got to have a strong constitution when they're making jokes to your dick, not to get.
Dude, exactly. I imagine I imagine they go the guy that's on stage goes back there and they're all like, "Good job, buddy. Good job, man." And he's like, "I know. I did my best." He's like, "Yeah, good job, man." And then
he's getting a little massage. It's all right.
And then the next guy's getting ready.
Wild.
And then the next guy's getting ready to go out there, and he's like, "Okay, oh God, here we go."
Okay. I'm gonna work it.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Really weird.
They try to do the full swing, just like this.
Right. Yeah, or they're practicing showing each other. Hey, this will drive them wild.
Wait, Billy, what do you think about this move? Oh, that's a good one, man. That's a good. Yeah, you take that out there. Then they just get.
Wow, so much male strippers. But yeah, it was fun because I remember 3 or 4 times where I'd be playing in club bands and we'd be playing on one of those nights, and we were the only guys, the 3 guys in the band were the only 3 guys other than the bartenders in the place, right? Other than these male strippers. Yeah. I got laid every time, dude.
Hey,
who does, man?
Yeah. Chicks get horny. They can't get the strippers, they'll settle for the band.
They'll settle for the band. Yeah. And if it didn't work with them, you got the male strippers too to look at. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, well, that's what I would bet money that when they were banging me, they had the male strippers image in their head.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, man, at least you were getting the better end of that deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I always hope that, I was never upfront about, oh, you're going to be my girlfriend, marry me and fuck me, the back of the cards and shit. Yeah. I was always upfront about it. And I hope they used me as much as I used them. And maybe sincerely, I didn't mean to hurt anybody.
No.
And I hope they did.
I'm pretty sure it was like one of those non-verbal, you know what it is, Yeah. Well, and I know a lot of girls on the prowl now that, they don't worry about that shit. So, right, that's true.
But yeah, I really, music has sort of been like even now, a real hard time having normal thoughts because half the time my brain is going for this, this giddy. Feeling I have when I hear like good music and stuff, or when I can hear it in my head, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's on the record.
Yes.
So yeah, that's one of the main things that gets me up in the morning. Is that I get to. Yeah, I have to do other stuff, but then I come here and it's like, yeah, okay.
This is
but,
like
so, and I tell my wife last night. She's like, "Good, the harmonies on the new album. Who did that?" And I was like, "That's me." And I was like, I couldn't get anybody to come over because of COVID. So I got to do it. I got to get them in there, right?
Yeah.
So, and I watched this. I watched this documentary about guys who do voiceovers. And this guy, there was one guy that did Bugs Bunny for a while, but he could do a baby crying. That was so fucking realistic. Like a guy with a beard like yourself, and he goes, "What's this?" And he does it just like a baby crying. Like where you going? Oh, where's the baby?
Oh my god! I would have
that
so much fun with that.
Oh yeah.
Well, I thought, God, if that guy can do that with his voice, I should be able to sing these harmony parts. Then I actually, usually I would just. On the first couple of records, I kind of just faked it. I didn't really take it that serious. This one, I had all this time, like a year and sort of not total lockdown, but not being able to play other than these, 10 o'clock every other Sunday in the morning. So, yeah, there's a lot more vocals and harmonies on this record because I didn't have anything else to do.
Well, shit. I mean, that's the thing about like what COVID has been for some people. It's been a fucking torture, and for other people, it's like, well, shit. I got all this time to get this done and this done and this done, and for me, it's been really weird because I work in an industry where nothing in my life has changed at all. Like it's really weird. Like I work. I'm a new construction and remodel plumber. Yeah, there's Josh. So it works in what I'm trying to say.
You just always make sure you find a way to bring it up.
I'm a new construction and remodel plumber, and so all of our jobs are like, empty. Nobody lives there.
New construction
and remodel. Yeah.
Wow, that's a nice job.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm in an construction, being day job and shit stuff.
No, and that is one thing that we were able to find that other than all the music and stuff that you've done working for like the Mars Habitat project, we
You
found
know
out
how
that-
I got started with those guys?
Yeah, how?
As a plumber.
No way. Hey, that's cool.
I swear, it's true.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so it's
Nick is feeling so good right now. He's like, I'm gonna be a rock star someday now.
I mean, I dabble in guitar.
No, dude, I'm
so
telling you.
The
first
I just bust his
Mars
balls a lot.
habitat. No, I guess it was the second Mars habitat. Oh, excuse me.
Josh was just saying he was,
No, I was going to say that this.
I think there's an audio lag
Okay.
here.
We're good. It's all you, Frank.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was just going to say that I guess it was the second Mars habitat we built. Yeah. So the trickiest thing, the thing that was sort of my invention, what got me going on this other thing, is that when my job was to design the habitat, excuse me, the place where they live, right? The 6 astronauts that shoot off and live in this little tin can for 6 months on the way there. They have to stay there 18 months, and then there's another launch window. They can come back and take some 7 months, because now instead of 6, because they're fighting the solar wind. Although there's been amazing progress in solar sails. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I digress. So, the thing was, if you want to take enough water and just use fresh water all the time for a crew of 6 for that duration, that amount of water weighs more than anything else, like twice as much as the whole rocket. So you have to be able to recycle the water, right? And I looked at it at first sort of as a blunt. You can use filters, you can, but it takes a lot of energy.
Oh yeah.
And so I gotta say, a good friend of mine has come up with it's gross, but this pouch you wear on your leg, and you pee in this pouch, and by the time it gets to the bottom of the pouch, it's filtered. Now it still tastes like shit, but it doesn't kill you.
That's kick ass though, man.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna sell 1 million of these. I don't think so, dude. But yeah, so that's how I kind of got into this water project I have now. And that's kind of what pays for my music. Well, I'm a dilettante. Because I played a lot, tens of thousands of hours. But right now I consider myself a music hobbyist, because I'm not touring. I'm not, I make the majority of my money from something else.
Sure.
So, when you say, well, I'm a plumber on the set, I'm like, well, if you're a plumber doing new construction, dude, I know what that's like. That's a great job.
Yeah,
it's a deal nobody's turds and shit.
Nope. My wife, I've got 3 kids also. One of them is in diapers still, and my wife deals with more shit than I do, like by far. And it's I always remind her of it. Yeah, it is what it is.
I wanted to kind of backtrack there. You had mentioned with the solar sails, they have been going far. Solar sails, that's with that's where you can have the light bounce off an object in space, and that will actually push it to travel. Or do I have the?
You want to hear a couple of facts here?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, and this is just any scientist out, please fact check me on this. So they have now worked out navigation with a solar sail. Back in that day, like 20 years ago, when I was first working with people who were into that, basically you could only go away from the sun, right? You spread this huge thing, and nobody knew how you'd be able to build the arms small or light enough, and it was just sort of I always thought, well, if you just, as long as you're going away from the sun, maybe. And remember, the planets are always spinning, so it's a trick to be going away from the sun and get to where you want to go if you can only go one way. Now these sons of bitches have worked it out so they can do it just like a sailboat. Unbelievable, man. Hats off to those guys. So what happens is this sail that they're not now, but they're envisioning 2 or 3 iterations is going to be 2 atoms thick. And it's going to be held up by graphene, which is super light and super strong. And they'll build one of these things like twice the size of the Super Bowl. And so to steer it, you know how you, with a sailboat, if the wind's coming at you, you can go back and forth like this, right?
Yeah.
They've learned how to do that with a fucking solar sail. So what they do is they've got a little computer on it, and and this is the cool part. It didn't dawn on me until I was on a sailboat. Fuck, the wind comes and goes. With solar flux, it's always constant, right? So now you know exactly when you tip the sail this way. You know you can plot your trajectories a lot more accurately because you know exactly what the flux is and how fast it is. So what they do is, okay, they're going to go say, you're the sun, and I'm coming, like, here's the solar sail. I turn it like this. How do you turn it like this? You make the cells on the wing darken on this side so that now they don't absorb light as well as the ones back here, and the thing will push further this way, and then they go like this, and then back like that, and all of a sudden they're there. So one of the fucking this is so cool. They've never been able to do a stationary camera above either the North Pole or South Pole because you're always going to go spin with the Earth, right? And it takes too much fuel to do anything else. Well, fucking solar sail does not need fuel. So they can spin it around and drive it, and then they park it over there and just hover it there for like 40 years. No fuel, right? Wow.
Yeah.
And they'll have some solar cells on the outside of the thing to power the cameras. So it's like, and they're gonna do it. The next mission is to go to the sun and do it, right? They're going to fly against the wind, zoom, 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 and get there and park over the poles of the sun and take constant pictures. And now you'll be able to tell exactly what the weather's going to do 6 months from now. Shit, you know?
Wow.
Isn't it amazing what they?
That's insane.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to bring up, that stuff. I know you don't like doing that stuff, but obviously, like you're a brilliant mind. You know this stuff. This is, and I mean, I always love space. I love all of that kind of stuff. I'm all about aliens.
I was, when I got into this a while back, like 20 years ago, maybe or so. I thought, how cool would it be to go to Mars, right? Because that's what I was focused on, right?
Hell yeah.
Mars. In fact, I have an Elon story I could tell. Nah.
Oh no, you can't tease us like that.
Okay, let me refresh my wine. I'll be right back. You got a commercial?
Okay. Yeah. We'll go ahead and take a break. Commercial. Yeah.
Mars, it was once a warm and wet planet. It had liquid water on its surface for more than 1 billion years, which is about 5 times as long as it took life to appear on Earth after there was liquid water here. So if the theory is correct that life is a natural development from chemistry, where if you have liquid water, various elements in sufficient time, life should have appeared on Mars, even if it subsequently went extinct. And if we can go to Mars and find fossils of past life, we'll have proven the development of life is a general phenomenon in the universe.
Well, cheers. Here's the
cheers. Hell yeah.
And we are back.
Hey, everybody. Josh brought us back in when I was in mid-drink, asshole.
We were all cheers.
We're here. Yeah, we were cheers. We are having a lot of fun here with Frank, man. He is awesome. And when we left you, we did tease a little bit about an Elon Musk story. I think he's going to tell us.
Or at least a small version of it.
Or he's looking like he maybe doesn't really want to.
Yeah, maybe I should have showed up about that. Well, no, and she, okay, so I can say this, that nobody can prove this to be wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Or right.
Even Elon will probably say, huh?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he'll admit he knows me. He's given me $250,000 at one point to build a fucking experiment. So anyway, this is like a long time ago, 20 years ago. Like I was just I would just got out of big bands and wanted to get away for a little. And I was in Denver, and I just fell across this Mars thing, and they. Hey, you're a smart guy. Figure this out. And yeah, it was. And what happened was they had it's really a long story, but it's documented well. There's actually a 2-hour Discovery Channel special that I'm one of the stars of, and there's about 4 or 5 of those out there now, I guess. But damn. So. We had this convention in Toronto, and it was just after I had sort of saved NASA and the Mars Society with their disaster construction project. I built it, right? I got it built. And so they didn't get sued by Discovery Channel, and NASA was off the hook, and now they can use the place. Anyway, we went to this thing, and Elon shows up, and I met him, and he had... he was in the process of trying. I remember he told me that the year before that he was sleeping at his office, and he would have to get up early and put away the cots and everything. So when people came in there, wow. Yeah, he went through some shit. Anyway, yeah. So then, like a year later, the Mars Society, the Discovery Channel thing comes out, and all of a sudden it's really cool, and all the .com guys are throwing money at us to build this and that. And because I had built this thing at the North Pole with saved everybody's ass, I kind of got elevated to the position I didn't deserve. Anyway, I can say I have the market on building Mars habitat simulators on Earth. I built 3 of them, and there are only 3 of them on Earth.
Damn, that's
amazing.
Yeah. That's
well, I mean, except you could call the one that Russia did. They said it was Mars, but it wasn't like an analog. Everything wherever I built these things, it was what's called a Mars analog. So it looks like Mars. We have an atmosphere, obviously, but it looks like Mars. Wow. Anyway, so then Elon comes to Denver, and he's going to invest or give us $10 million to do a biological experiment. He had just sold PayPal, so he was flush, right? And I was struck up in an instant, because we're both pilots, so we were talking about planes, and then we had this meeting, I remember, and there was a bunch of people there, and then there was sort of a couple of us were going to go have dinner at this place that wasn't too far away, but most of the people had to go home first and then come back, and in Denver, right? So between the time that we were walking out the door and it started snowing, by the time Elon and I, who went straight there, got there, it was a fucking blizzard. And we're sitting there, and it was. I remember it was really beautiful. This bar was on a hill, and it faced over the city of Denver and the lights and everything. And we're like, fuck it, let's have a glass of wine. So, we're like, talking about space, and he's. Anyway, then he finds out my wife is Russian, and he says, I've been trying to buy ICBMs in Russia to do some experiments, but, I just don't trust those guys. It's like everybody has a rocket. You can go to Moscow and throw a rocket. He had 3 generals that had a rocket for sale, right?
What? Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he says, well, why don't you guys go with me? Let's go to Russia. Your wife speaks Russian. She's a doctor, so she's respected there. Like, no, and I'm like 3 glasses in. More, in fact, over to that. That was like 3 glasses in.
Yeah.
Too. He's like 4, I think. You know?
Cheers to
Hell
that.
yeah. Cheers. Yeah.
And
Most
I said,
definitely.
Elon, you're just so fucking PayPal. Start your own rocket company. And he looks at me. He said, what? And I said, dude, I work with like 100 NASA guys, and I could get 50 of them to quit NASA in a heartbeat if you told them that they would actually get to do something, like actual engineering, that their stuff would go into space.
Wow.
So if you do that, you know, you're going to you'll get all these NASA people to come to you. And like Larry Lemke, I started naming him because I was in it then. I just gave him some names. And then like, it's like, you know, he's weird because he'll tell him something. He just sits there, doesn't say anything for 3 minutes.
Just got to calculate it all, man. Got to calculate all of it.
And like, let's have another one. And just as we did, and he says, well, Frank, what about this? He asked me about Chris McCabe. Chris is a famous scientist. He said, do you think he'd be, would consult with us? And fuck yeah. Just then, this whole group walks in an hour and 15 minutes later. So it was funny because they're all straight as fucking stressed from driving through the snowstorm, and Elon and I are drunk as fuck. Hey, glad to hear you. So glad to see you. I'm glad you made it. And they're like, oh, jeez.
So, yeah, driving through the snow is horrible.
Oh, it is.
So, yeah, I totally get the stress.
Yeah. It's a big storm like that, and you're supposed to meet this sort of newly famous Australian guy. But it was good. I mean, although Zubrin, Robert Zubrin, he's a really good friend of mine, but he's also like, what? I can see. So this is Robert Zubrin. You can look him up, Mars Society. He's super opinionated and like turns off a lot of people, but he also gets a lot of shit done. But the first time I really had a strong encounter with him, I was like waving my fist going, you motherfucker, get out of my way.
Shit. Oh, shit.
And he was a little scared, right? And he did. And ever since then, he kind of has a little bit of respect for me. A little bit, I'd say. But
hey,
this
enough.
20 years now. In fact, this just show that the video I'm trying to get you to on YouTube. Can you find a Revolushn channel? There should be a Revolushn. We have one. I mean, we've got several 100,000, over 500,000 views and stuff. So it's not.
You did say the name of your band. I know you're trying to keep it hush hush.
Yeah, I know.
That's okay. Well, it's all right.
I have I'm bipolar now because I'm getting ready to promote the band, which is like my day job is irrelevant, but on the other hand, my day job might save the fucking world. So I gotta keep working.
It's crazy. Like you're. Like, it's crazy to me, like, you're like, my fucking day job, and I get it. Like, I would much rather be doing, like, I won't spend a lot of time on this, but Josh and I are developing a video game together. We're doing this podcast together, and I'm a plumber.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and so we've got all these...
You guys live in the same town?
No, he lives in Florida, and I live in Texas.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I mean, the age of the internet, man, like we can do so much shit together and be like pretty much best friends and not even live in the same state. And so I get it. Like you do your day job, but fuck, man, your day job is a big deal. Like it's crazy. Like helping out, trying to get.
You've invented things to, like you said, save the world. Because I mean. So you already know we got to get to Mars. Like, how long does this planet have if you don't get this up and running before we got to just like bail and leave this planet? We're all fucked.
Well, So humans have to go to Mars. Mars is hostile to humans at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, probably not any more hostile than, say, the Bronx or something like that. At least in the Bronx, you can breathe the air.
Yeah, exactly.
And you might be interested to know that it's February. Yeah, so it's summer on the equator in Mars right now. And at the bottom of Valles Marineris, which is the biggest, it's kind of like the Grand Canyon times 10. At the bottom of that, it's about 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Balmy.
Oh.
You'd wear your T-shirt.
That's
right?
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
That's on this planet. That's fucking 39 million miles away. And but the atmospheric pressure. So the pressure of your blood pushing on your skin is about 14.1 pounds per square inch, which is just about exactly what the pressure of the air is on Earth, right? Mm-hmm. So you at any moment now you have 14 pounds, 14 psi pushing against your skin. If you go to Mars, you have 0.01% pushing on your skin, and your skin would explode. Your vessels would your skin would stretch and stretch, and wow, you'd become a gross thing, like in terms of Total Recall, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You wouldn't freeze to death, except if you were tall. Right, so when I say it's 70 or up 70 degrees at Valles Marineris, because the atmosphere is so thin, your feet will be nice and toasty, but your head will be frozen solid. Right, that's how rapidly the temperature will change, because there's no pressure pushing down to hold the heat in.
So we need like little arm like wheels on arms and knees that we can just kind of like rover around as our own bodies around Mars.
Like skateboards, right?
Yeah.
Just strap them to us and like kind of crawl around.
Like, this planet sucks.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
wow. Funny. So whenever you're making these, that's crazy. So basically you have to construct these large domistiles to house communities, I guess, to live inside.
Yes. Yeah. So the thing that I worked on would be what you'd call the habitat module, which is the thing that it's like a trailer. It's like you went to a trailer park and stuck your trailer in there. That's not long term. Right? Long term, you have to get under at least for the next 500 years, even if they start aggressively changing the atmosphere. For 500 years, the best bet is to live in lava tubes, which are, when they're massive volcanoes on Mars, and because it's a third of the size of Earth, you had a third of the gravity.
You broke up.
The biggest Mount Everest is 5 miles. Am I there?
We lost you after gravity.
Oh.
Damn. Internet.
Yeah, see, that makes sense.
Curse you.
Is it there?
Okay, we hear you. We hear you now.
Oh, can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
A little
so,
bit. Okay.
Where was I?
Yeah,
so the gravity is less on Mars. So your volcano the reason that Mount Everest is 5 miles high, because of the specific gravity of the Earth. It can't get any higher. Right. Well, because the gravity's 1/3 of on Mars as it is here, the what's Olympus Mons is the name of the volcano, is 15 miles high instead of 5. Right? You can be standing on the edge of it and you can't even tell that it's a volcano. Right? It's so fucking big. And and so there's a lot of, so they have these massive volcanic eruptions, and when lava goes through, it's like both sides have hardened, and it's created this tube that's gone through. When the lava gets done going through there, they're all over the place. So the best way to get out of the radiation and the cold is to build, these things are airtight because they're,
they have to
40, 50 feet under the ground. So you just block off each end and you've got a place to live.
Wow.
Long term.
I can't imagine trying to make something like that airtight. That's got to be fucking insane. It's got to be hard to do. Yeah, that's amazing.
Huh? Think of a submarine where you have pressure of 15,000 psi per pressure per square inch, pounds per square inch. Whereas in on Mars you only have to deal with a vacuum pressure. You like 14, 15 inches of vacuum. I mean, it's not. It's much less. Yeah, you can damn near do it with fucking Gorilla Glue.
God, wow, really?
Your hair.
I mean, we've heard of some impressive things super glue could do. I mean, Rocky had talked about last that Kiss in their hotel basically hung everything up on the ceiling just using super glue, which is
impressive. Yeah. Did you know that story?
Yeah, it's a good story.
The whole rock community knows. We just learned it yesterday and we're excited.
Yeah. They don't tell you they shot that in a studio in Hollywood. Yeah. It's a lot cheaper, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's right. These rock stars, they're cheap bastards. Most of the rock stars I know are cheap fuckers.
Hey, I mean,
and scientists too. Scientists are the worst.
And you're both.
Oh, right. Oh my God.
Oh, I love it. Oh man, I love that. So it's so awesome. Like honestly, it's I can't explain how impressive it is that you got your foot in both of these industries that most people do not see alike. Like, you know what I mean? Like the industry of science and fucking hanging out with Elon Musk, and then being a rock star. Like, dude, I mean, it's crazy. I can't.
That's real rock star living right there.
Right. I guess. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm flattered, guys. Thanks, but I mean, I'm just this guy, trying to keep my head above water. But and I find what I do is I look at life like when you're a little kid and you go, oh fuck, a TV, woo, or you see these little things and you're in awe. I try to keep that going now, and
it's a great idea.
Or the current music, a lot of people I know, like, I don't like that new shit. Well, those fucking idiots don't listen, right?
Yeah.
There's some really, really good music coming out, and I'm excited to be alive at the time this music is coming out, or these inventions, or the Elon figuring out that starship he did. When I first saw that, that looks like a dildo with wings. What the fuck is that? But it works. It fucking works.
all the Martians will see the aircraft like, yo, do you see that fucking flying dick over there?
Yeah, I know, right? He had to think of that. In fact, I guarantee he thought about that. He had a chuckle about that.
The fact that you've drank with him means that you can kind of understand his sense of humor better than most people. So you'd probably be like, he thought of that. I know he thought of that.
Well, he had to think of it when he saw it, right?
Yeah.
And he maybe didn't think of it as, well, let's make a joke. But he had to, he's a sharp guy, so he would go, oh.
Oh yeah.
What the thing I'm most impressed about Elon is that he hooked up with Grimes. She's high class, dude. He lucked out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's that big brain energy. He probably used some like crazy techniques that we don't even comprehend. I mean, you would know better than us because you actually got the opportunity to drink with him, and I will cheers to that because you drank with him, and now we're here drinking with you. That's badass.
It is badass.
Hey,
man.
You guys are just as much fun.
Oh, thanks, man.
Dude,
we appreciate that highly.
I mean, that makes me so excited for what we're trying to do. Like, we started the Mindless Morning Show.
Nick, I would hide that White Claw. That looks really bad. Like that just.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave. So while we were doing our show, like, okay, I drank my beer. I finished my beer. I don't have any more beer. So I texted my beautiful wife and I said, hey, babe, can I have a beer? And she brought me this seltzer because that's what we have. So,
yeah. All right. Well,
what you gonna do?
Maybe not go and stock your fridge with that, but
you can always edit that part out too.
I'll put my loose fitting koozie over it now.
Yeah. Like, I hope you guys have the discretion to start picking my notes. We'll edit that part out too.
Oh no, we're all pickings are hitting.
Yeah. We don't.
Easy pickings, right?
I will have to say, like, you would know Elon better than us because you actually drank with him, but I firmly believe he is not from this planet. Do you concur?
His mother would disagree.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
He just seems so smart.
He's like, he's, I don't know how to, like, you guys seem really smart to me, right? You're very aware and you're popping. When you're with people like that or anybody, you don't notice it. I mean, you notice it on that level of they're just aware of you, right? They're aware of you, what you're doing and everything. So right. I don't know.
Well, I appreciate you thinking we're smart. I mean, from you, that, like, I feel like I can actually tell my mom something she would be proud of for once.
Finally, John. Yeah.
My wife would be laughing her ass off right now. That's it. Those idiots. Yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting time, isn't it? That you guys, we talk, right? So we sort of have this connection. I have this connection over there. You guys, you talk to Scott, which, she's always, whoa, what a. It was such a trip when I was watching that video, going, holy fuck, I'm sitting there playing with this guy that played with Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I mean.
And we're looking at each other. It was really a trip, yeah.
I bet we were sitting there thinking, shit, we're sitting here talking to Scott Page, and I mean, now I'm even more blown away. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Scott Page, he's a legend. No discredit to him, but dude, you are the fucking man. Like, you're not just rocking. You got the big brain energy. You had to hide it with a wig for it.
My dog gave me this hair yesterday. What are you talking about?
It's
so
an honor.
I don't know. It's just I'm so happy to be alive right now where this
yes.
The information is there everywhere. It's like almost permeates the atmosphere. In fact, it literally does if you think of the internet as, these microwaves. And you can get any information you want to. You can be like from, say, maybe 30, 40 years ago, let's say a guy that wanted to know about metallurgy or the stainless steel that you want to put into space. Which one do you use? 316, 310, right? You would have to go to college to get that. No, you just I see. Okay, and there's 40 reviews, right? And there's two comments from Elon saying, "Hey, this shit don't work."
Yeah, dude.
It's such an exciting time that way.
It is
for me.
So me and Josh, we grew up. We grew up without internet. We're like the last generation that had a childhood without internet. So when we were growing up, it was like you didn't know shit, and then all of a sudden, after high school, we were like, I can know anything I want, and it's crazy how it's changed and how it's changed for the better and kind of in a shitty way too.
Oh, definitely for the worse. It's a vicious balance, unfortunately.
It is.
There's always a flip side to every coin.
I agree. Man, I thought of a really funny joke, but I fucking forgot it. I hate when I do that, man. I think like while we're jib jabbing, I think it's something really funny, and then I forget it.
So if you have invisible ink, how do you know when your pen is dry?
Ooh.
There's a joke.
How do you know when the pen is dry?
I meant the Stephen Wright jokes. That was one of his jokes. Oh, he had a way better delivery.
I like that. I mean, thinking about it, it's a solid question. How do you know?
I'll drink my White Claw to that.
Yeah, you do that.
Hey, I'm joining you.
the White Claw, so cute.
Hey, dude. Okay, you know what, Josh? Fuck you. These are really good. These are really good, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not helping your case.
No, I have to agree with them. They taste great, but for me, I fucking fall asleep after one. The sugar, just the right combination of sugar and alcohol that hit my brain and go, I'm a pretty girl. Boom, I'm asleep.
I am a pretty girl.
See, you look pretty. Hey, you're looking better there.
There you go.
Here we go.
Yeah, you see the Death Star titties.
Oh, I love it, man. And so like what I was saying fucking a while back, we started the Mindless Morning Show because 2020 by most accounts was a terrible year. And Josh and I were me and him have always had this good back and forth and making jokes and just shit like that. So people were like, y'all should make a podcast because I feel like you would be a good distraction from the 2020 bullshit. So we started it, and here we are, and it's always so much fucking fun, man.
Talking to the man who's going to bring us some Mars. I mean, we're clearly fucking doing something right.
We're doing okay. Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. It's definitely the highlight of my day or the week, probably. I did go skiing. I went skiing the other day. That was awesome.
Oh shit! Really?
We can't beat skiing.
Skiing is hard to beat, man.
Yeah.
You may not laugh as much. You may not laugh as much with skiing, but I mean that's a whole experience.
Yeah, like I would imagine Me skiing, I would have enough adrenaline to like just give me a full on raging boner as I'm like just going down the hill. Like.
Except it's very hard to get a hard on when it's that cold.
That's true. That's true.
I'll have to have heated underwear to keep
fucking
it.
Snow everywhere.
Yeah, I've lived in Iowa for 3 years, but I never went skiing. And other than that, I've only been in Texas. So I've never been skiing or snowboarding. I skateboarded for like 17 years. I actually got pretty good, but
oh really?
Yeah,
oh, you'd be great at snowboarding then.
That's what I.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
I have respect for you because when you fall down, you fall on concrete. I fall down, I fall on snow.
Dude,
I heard snow hurts though.
Yeah.
Oh, it does. I broke it. Well, come close to breaking bones.
Yeah.
I tried to do a 360 once, and I did a 180, which means I came down backwards.
Oh
and
yeah.
I fell back and smashed my head really hard, and I was able to ski to the bottom, and I got amnesia, and I couldn't remember how I got there, where I was. I couldn't remember my name. It was the weirdest goddamn feeling ever.
Holy
and
shit.
After that, I wear helmets. I always wear a helmet now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So does Nick.
No.
He's got a dent in his head. Actually,
I do.
This is why you're better than me, Frank, because when I was a junior in high school, I was skateboarding at a skate park. And long story short, I was really close to landing a trick that humanity had not landed yet. And I was trying, and I fucked up pretty bad, and I slipped back, and I hit the back of my head on the corner of the ledge. And I have a dent in the back of my head from that.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah. And I still don't wear a helmet when I skate. So
mindless.
Yeah. But I don't skate anything crazy anymore. I only skate flat ground. I just do like simple tricks on flat ground, 360 flips, simple stuff. That's it. I don't do anything insane, but yeah.
So
but that was big.
I would say we should get into our crazy, just off the wall topic questions.
Yeah.
We do have a couple like just totally random questions to throw the tides of conversation just anywhere and everywhere.
Dude, this is another thing I like about what we do is we'll throw a question at you that no one can predict, and it's not like anything really bad. It's just totally random, which usually leads to some funny story or a conversation or whatever.
Sure. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And we got a few of them. It doesn't matter how many we get to or how long this is the most free-form show that you'll probably be on. So
it's no, I don't want to blow smoke up your ass or anything, but this is like one of the better ones for sure. I've done dozens and dozens.
Spread the word.
Probably
spread
the best.
the word.
Probably
spread the word.
Oh my God,
dude!
Oh my God!
Hey, that means he's gonna buy a shirt.
I will. I swear
you see what I did? You see what I did there?
For sure, man. Send me your merch link.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Will do.
Dude, okay. So that was like one of the most shameless things I've ever done. And
that's fine, dude. I would say I'd sell you one of our shirts, except I've been too fucking lazy to order new ones. And it's a long story.
Okay.
We'll get it to you sometime. I will get yours.
I will get one of yours, and so will Josh, for sure.
Absolutely.
That's what we do here. We're full of love.
Dude.
We're full of love. We're full of White Claw.
That's right, baby.
Oh, yes.
We accept all alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Thank you so much.
There you go. Cheers to that.
So, yeah.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to you, my good sir. Now, the question that I have that I don't know why. I write these. A lot of the times I write these when I'm driving home in my plumbing van from work. I have my voice to text on, and I'm literally just spouting out random bullshit questions. So one of them is, have you ever broken a window? Oh yeah, I figured you had. Who hasn't? And if so, do you recall what you did to break it? Okay. Let's hear it.
It was to the habitat of Mars, I bet. I think we lost Frank.
I think we might have lost Frank again. I hope not. Frank?
I'm here?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Is there anybody in there?
All right. So yeah, fucking internet.
Okay, I heard. I like how we heard it. We heard him say. Okay, go ahead.
I would have. Okay, so I have to say about that. What was the question? Okay.
He's a rock.
So, actually, what was the question?
Yeah, hell yeah. So, I was gonna say, when's the last time you broke a window?
Broke a window. So, the thing I'm thinking about, it's not my shining past, right? It's one of my more nefarious careers.
That's okay.
I broke a window while I was breaking into Ralph Capone's house, who is Al Capone's brother. And we knew that he had a big stash of cash in there. And my friend talked me into going there and driving the getaway car and then coming in with him. Wow. And so we broke this window and went into Ralph Capone's place and didn't realize that I didn't realize my friend had been doing it, but not breaking in, but just stealing money from this huge pile of cash they had. Well, Ralph figured it out, and he had been waiting because he figured out what days we'd come, and he was waiting for us with a shotgun, and he was going to shoot it.
Oh my God!
And he went to the bathroom and set the shotgun down on the table in the living room, and we broke in super quiet. We broke the window, we got in, and my friend, when he walked into the living room, picked up the shotgun, and he goes, "Ha ha, I'll shoot any motherfuckers that come in this room." Joking, right?
Oh my God.
Ralph hears that in the bathroom and says, "I'll just sit this one out." The next morning, at about 10 in the morning, the police came into English class and arrested me.
Oh my God!
Because he knew who it was. He heard us talking, right?
Holy
and like I said, this is not a proud moment in my
of course.
career. But it taught me about the blues. I know how to play the blues now because of being in jail.
I gotta say, that was quite possibly the most amazing random question we could have asked for that.
That was crazy.
You asked.
That was so awesome. And yeah, oh man, I love it. I'm having so much fun with this show. Fucking love it.
You asked, dude.
Yes, okay. Hell yeah. So here's another one. What was your most memorable burn? Assuming you've been burned, like by like a stove or some shit. Pyrotechnics gone wrong. I don't know.
Does frost burn count?
Yes, absolutely. Anything that springs to mind counts.
I rented a plane, and my friend and I were going skiing, and we're flying across Utah, and we stopped to get gas because I said I'm going to have a full fucking tank when I go to try to find this airport in the mountains, right? Kind of knew where it was, but I'm not going to take a chance. We fill up, take off, get up to 12,500 feet above the clouds, and the engine dies. And what happened was so wait, what was the question?
Like, okay, at this point,
okay, let's just keep going.
At this point, it's okay. So the technical question was your most memorable burn, but the story you are telling.
Burn, yeah, okay. So
burn.
we crashed. The plane crashed. We lived. I did what the FAA called was an amazing crash landing in the mountains on this fucking snow mountain, and it was 16 to 20 below that night, and I was trying to put my hands in between the thing, and I got frostburn on the top of my hand here, and the whole thing turned black.
Oh,
like it was weird looking.
Shit! Oh, that would have terrified me.
Because I was so fucking cold, right?
Oh
my knee was broken, and I actually had a cracked spine. And then they didn't find us till like 9 the next morning. And by then, the only thing, the helicopter lands and they're coming, oh, we're going to save you. I said, if it's not warm in that fucking helicopter, I'm not moving.
Dude, that's like a badass line right there to say. Like, just like, fuck this. If it's not hot.
Yeah. No, I was out. I mean, I was out of it. I was so grateful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you've clearly lived.
I remember. You know what I do remember? I'm such a fucking ham. So I'm laying in the back there. The back window is broken out of the plane, and I hear and I can hear the wind hitting the helicopter. And I raised up my hand out the back like a claw, like in the Alien or something. I gotta be fucking dramatic, like all the time, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, dude, I gotta say, if I thought like my fucking plane crash, I don't even like flying because I'm terrified of things like that. So like, if my plane crash, yeah, I'd be full-fledged, like dramatic as fuck.
Right?
Screaming, shouting, crying.
You lived through that shit, man. I'm gonna work it.
Yeah, I mean that's insane.
Right.
Like you okay, so you robbed it.
So they made the national news. What was that guy? Dan Brokaw or some fucking guy? One of those guys. I don't know. Said no. And now. I lost you for a second. And so now, in the local news in Utah, a plane crashed and they lived through it. First time in 16 years, somebody's crashed in these mountains in the winter and lived through it. And here's the guy. And here's the thing. I was on national news, first time ever, right? I'm so fucking hopped up on morphine that I didn't have a clue what was going on. They were fucking that shit because I got bones broken all over the place, and I'm like, how you doing? I love my wife. And I didn't know about it for 3 years, right? And then somebody said, oh, yeah, Frank, I saw you on the national news. And I'm like, fuck, you did? You didn't see me. And my wife said, yeah, you were on the news that night.
Oh shit.
And you didn't even know. Just like, fuck it.
I didn't know for 3 years. Yeah, for 3 years. They gave me a lot of morphine. Yeah, thank you, doctors. It didn't hurt at all.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Although I got to say, morphine burns because it was IV, right? And every time they'd give me in fact, they gave me the button so I could give it to myself, right? And every time I pressed that button, it hurt. It hurt, for a couple. For a
little bit. Yeah. Until it kicked in.
Fine.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Wow. Yeah. See, I fucking love these random questions because, I mean, dude, they just bring out.
Well, you asked me just random.
Yes, and that's the point. That's the point. Like, the point of these questions is literally whatever comes to your mind. You're like, boom, here it is. Even if it doesn't relate to, like, it's, I love it.
I almost can't believe, though, that we didn't hear, like, long before when we asked about you growing up and stuff, that you robbed Al Capone's cousin, like, and survived, brother, and then survived a mountain plane crash. Like, that's insanity.
And that's why I do the questions, because no telling what can come up. No telling.
That's right.
So then another one I'll ask, if you've got the spare time, is
sure.
Have you been bitten by a dog or animal? And if so, how? If not,
mosquitoes.
Okay.
Fucking all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
An animal?
You get you some West Nile, man. That's good for the skin.
You know what? That's really a good question because I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been bitten.
Dude,
maybe Lucy, our dog, so when we're playing around and she'll accidentally bite me. But
sure.
No, I don't. That's wild. That's a good question, man.
That's a good thing. Dude, I got bit by a dog.
Oh, cats. No, cats.
Okay.
Fucking cats are fucking evil, and they will bite you just for fun. Yes, I've been bitten by a cat. Now that I think about it, a couple of times, that bitch.
Okay. So you said that bitch, which means you own one.
Oh, we have 3.
So do I.
We have 3 cats.
So do I.
Yeah, I love them.
I do too.
But the funny, they love me too. Except if I don't pet them enough.
Yes.
Right? And they're purring, and I don't pet them enough, and they get mad, and then
Yep. Dude, mine sleep. They sleep with us every night. They cuddle on us all day. I have to close the studio door because if I leave it open, they'll all be like right here. And like I could literally, and I might do this one day. Eventually, one day, just grab one and just hold it because they're like be right here in front of y'all.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Okay. Yeah. When I was a kid, my friend, I went to his house to stay over there after school. His fucking dog bit my leg. Dude, I had a gnarly, weird purple yellow bruise on my calf for like a week from that. Wow. It was really trippy, but yeah, that was and then another thing that I wanted to say, I wrote it in our show notes, which I think is stupid, but if your last name is Shubert, right?
Jeez.
You should make an ice cream and call it Shubert.
Shubert.
So this is clearly not the first time he's heard this.
No, it is. I swear to God.
Shit.
Capitalist, dude. That's a good, because I'm actually related to the guy with all the triplets in his music.
Dude.
And that's awesome. Fuck, that would be cool.
You can do it, man. You can make it
because my wife just wrote a book that's I can't talk about it yet, but it's gonna be really good. And I was telling her, okay, she's like, well, Amazon only pays you like 50 cents a book or some shit like that, and they charge 12 or 13.
Oh shit!
And they'll print it on demand, and they'll do it in any place in the world. So that's the good news, right? You don't have to ship a book to Israel or something. Well, my wife has a podcast, and she's got, I think, 170,000 subscribers or something. I mean, but it's all Russian. Yeah, it's all Russian, though, right?
Oh wow!
And and it's I'm very proud of my wife. She's been banned by the Russian government 3 times now.
Oh,
hell yeah!
Yeah,
that's good in my book.
We can't go there anymore. She's Russian. We can't go there. They'll arrest her.
Damn.
Which I'm very proud of her.
Yeah,
I mean, she's awesome.
And her whole thing is, her podcast is about they should legalize marijuana and psychedelics in Russia. But she's a doctor, so she's respected because she says, look, here's the medical reasons to do. And now she's just written this book on Amanita muscaria, which I'm shamelessly promoting my wife's book.
Do it.
It's
yes,
fucking
absolutely.
Amazing.
Yes, please. That's
really
what we're about, man.
In fact, you should have her.
We will.
Bring her on. Bring her on.
She's a total communist. I'm telling you.
Bring her on, man. Like seriously. That was actually one of our big slogans of this show when we first started was everyone has stories to tell and we want to hear them all.
You should hear some of her commie stories.
Yeah.
The way it was in Russia back when it was a communist state. It's pretty amazing. I mean, what's amazing really is that it was so different and so the same at the same time, right?
Wow.
They were afraid of us. They were totally afraid of us, that they thought we were going to come and kill them all. And same thing that we heard, right? Oh, the Russians are going to come get you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
And so, like when about a year after we got married, we're talking about Russian Americans, and she says, we won. And I said, what do you mean you won? She said, we won the Cold War. And I said, how do you figure that? She said, I'm sleeping in your bed and I'm eating your food. What else?
She got you there, man.
Yeah. Okay, you win.
Dude, it's crazy because I know we have the Mindless Morning Show, and we do tend to come off as not knowing a lot, but we know a little bit about some stuff. And I listen to a lot of documentaries when I'm driving around in my plumbing van, going from job to job to job. And one thing I listened to was a doc. Yeah, hell yeah! I was listening to a documentary about the Cold War.
Yeah,
and
great, right?
It's funny because not a single government from Russia or America actually had battle plans for invasions. Neither one.
No, right?
Yeah,
it's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. They
were just standing from the background yelling at each other.
Yes, exactly, and it cracked me up, man. I'm like, wow, that's insane to me. So
I gotta pee again.
Oh yeah.
Well,
break.
I'll be right back.
We will too.
Thank you for staying tuned in to the Mindless Morning Show. We hope you're enjoying another fun-filled episode and would love to hear from you. If you're listening, be sure to follow us and leave a review. If you're on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell to be alerted anytime a new episode drops. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your show.
Hey everybody, we are back and Frank is still with us, and we are all completely mindless at this point. And that's the point of the show, and it's been extremely fun, and we're not done yet. We're going to ask Frank some more questions. So also I do have to say before we ask another question, Frank is also a pilot, which is absolutely awesome. And I just wanted to say that one more time because that is crazy. And planes are scary. So
well, yeah, but so you guys are a morning show, is that right?
This is coming out.
I would advise all your listeners not to listen too close and focus on driving. Don't run into the guy in front of you because we're goofing off.
Yes, yeah. But also I will say, if you do that, we are not liable because we're not liable.
Hey.
It's on you. It's on you.
Our title is our disclaimer. So
it really is. And that was why we did that. Okay. So we've given medical advice. We have completely fucked up factual information.
Your wife would be so disappointed in our medical advice.
I think we said pee on it. I think
if any injury you got, pee on it.
So for burns.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone would actually disprove us because they're not going to go break their arm and then pee on it to find out. So
wasn't that it was a broken bone? We said pee on it.
Yeah. So
totally not at all the right thing.
So no one's going to do it to disprove us. So until then.
Yeah. Exactly.
Heart attack. Pee on it.
Wake up.
Wake up. he's choking at a restaurant. Just start peeing on the guy.
So the one random question I had is, have you ever partaken in any crazy group orgies? I mean, that's not even on our. That's not even on our show notes. That's just Josh just being Josh. I'm just so interested now. I mean, zero gravity orgies, maybe.
I mean, I don't know what Josh,
if
I'm gonna let
people
you.
If it's any more than like you and one other girl, that's more than I've ever accomplished. So that's an orgy to me. So fuck it.
Josh and two hands.
I had 1 year. I gotta say, I had 1 year, and again, I'm not proud of it. Although I really think all the girls enjoyed it.
Hey.
But there was 1 year where it was the glam rock thing and the whole. Here's the fallacy: the big rock stars, when you're doing tours, that you don't get anything because you don't have fucking time, right?
Yeah.
It's the club guys that have really good gigs and play maybe 5-6 nights in a row at one place where you can get to talk to a girl and get to know her. Those are the guys who score big time, right?
Bastards.
Yeah, there was 1 year, and I wouldn't, if you count, oh fuck, I don't want to sound like an asshole.
It's okay. We love you.
Yeah, there was a couple incidents.
Good. Well,
So you know what I used to do? I'm such a fucking whore. We were playing these clubs in Los Angeles, right? These fancy, clubs that beautiful chicks. And my thing was I would try to outdress the best looking chicks, right? So we were a fucking fancy band, beautiful lead singer, and girls back in the day. These girls used to go around and sell roses at these clubs, right? To buy a rose for your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and I would get like sound like a fucking asshole again.
That's all right.
I would get like a dozen. I'm just talking commerce now, right? So I would get like a dozen roses on my mic stand. The fact that the rose girls put little things on it, so they put on my mic stand, and I'd get a dozen roses. And I go, oh, thank you. And then the rose girls would come back to me at the end of the night, and I would sell them back the roses for half price for what they had to pay for them.
Dude.
I had a racket going, I'm telling you.
Hell yeah. Hey, that's bad.
Yeah, I was making another $30-$40 a night.
Yeah, man. You got to do something. You got to make that money.
I had a side hustle, right?
Shit, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
So, here's a question I just thought of after I wrote one down while we were talking, but then I just thought of another one. Do you think it would be a success if you announced on stage that you wear condoms?
For me?
Yeah.
I mean, for anyone.
For anyone. I mean, do you think that would improve your chances? Just so everybody had a great show, just so you all know.
Just as an abstract question.
Yeah. Like, I just want to let you know, I do wear condoms. So my dressing room is in the back. Come on.
What is your increase in probability
It would
or
be,
decrease?
I could say this. It would probably work, and it would be exhausting.
It would work too well.
I'm sure it would turn you off to the idea within a couple of weeks.
Oh, I'm such an idiot.
You'd be going, I'm married.
Yeah. I mean,
Because you get it, right? You get it either way. I swear to God, it's one of the reasons. We used to joke about it. You could be ugly as fuck, and you get on stage, and you're going to get girls go, oh, he's not so bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird, and it's a totally privileged thing, and that's one of the things that is zero racism. Black guys probably do way better than us guys on stage, right?
Yeah.
On stage, just about charisma. They don't give a fuck whether you are black or white or green or yellow or alien. No. In fact, alien is like probably a much better.
Alien, dude. If you're an alien, you got like a triple dick thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why they gotta have a triple dick?
Just sticking out.
I don't know. The triple dick.
What if it's just like one of those that's like, it's like a fucking hologram or something? They just like portray like the best image of a dick that like is in that individual's mind, like, because every person finds a different dick like as the best dick.
Right.
So they could like kind of like the reptilian people, like they show you who you want to see, or like just a regular person, but they just like envision you like a
It'll be like radar, right? It'll bounce a signal off your head, and it'll tell you exactly what you think the girls, of course.
Yeah. The guys would be like, "Why am I attracted to this?"
Yeah, right.
All right, well, I guess I'll try. You know what I like.
Oh, that's amazing. So another random question. I don't know if it'll spur a story or craziness, but have you been to Vegas?
Oh yeah, Vegas. I have a
I killed a man in Vegas. Like, oh shit! No, I said, I killed a man in Vegas. Like, oh shit! No,
no, we don't want to talk about that. No, I was actually. Actually, I was guilty that time. I did get arrested in Vegas the second time I went there.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I got to see like some real ugliness in the jail. Although I also I met this as I don't know if this is interesting or not, but anyway, so I was in a big cell with maybe 20, 25 people in it, and black and white split about 25 white, black, 75 black, right?
Sure.
And so it was scary. I'm a fucking kid. I'm fucking scared on my ass. And this guy comes up and because he saw me write it, because I was writing lyrics, like fuck, I'm gonna die, or what I'm gonna do, and that kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
And he comes up and says, he starts talking to me, and we talked because sitting in fucking jail, you got nothing to do.
Yeah.
We talked for a while, and then he said, okay, I can tell you're a cool guy, but because I'm sitting here and I'm black, and they're gonna think that you're my bitch, and when they come up and say that, you better just stand up for yourself. Don't be aggressive. Just don't let them fucking fuck with you. And then I won't say anything. I can't defend you, but I won't say anything. And if you just do it right. So sure enough, it happened.
Holy shit.
His boy. But I held my own, right? I'm like, oh, fuck me. So anyway, long story short, I got through that whole thing. And, I saw weaker people be molested, which was still traumatic to me. Yeah, it was an awful, awful thing. But then, so it ended up, 10 years later, I'm not a fucking criminal anymore.
Right.
Paid lots of taxes. I met this woman. She auditioned for a band I was in LA, and we had a really super fucking hot and wonderful singer and songwriter too. In fact, her and I still work together. And Lori Wagner came and auditioned for our band because the other Jackie was leaving, and Lori was a Penthouse Pet of the Year. A really good voice, great songwriter, and she was like one of the stars of Caligula, that weirdo fucking a long time ago porno movie.
Oh.
And her and I, but we liked it, and we never did anything, but we were friends.
Allegedly.
We're still friends to this day, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, she's going, hey, Frank, come to Vegas. I own 5 condos now, and I'm playing at the Army base, and it's giving me like $1,000 something to do these gigs.
Shit.
Of course, big money. And yeah, she was. I played in Vegas a lot for a while. And then I got to, because I learned songs faster than Superman. That's my motto.
Hell yeah. That's bad.
Yeah, that's fucking right, baby. I know what I'm doing. I know those notes. I'm professional. Anyway, I got a lot of gigs where I would just fill in for people where, guitar player got sick or his mother died or something. And I played with like Tom Jones, Rod Stewart, Natalie Cole, all kind of on, this guy can fill in and he's not an asshole. He can go on tour and he doesn't freak out, shows up on time, knows where to stand at that. And so I got a lot of those gigs. But yeah, Lori Wagner was, and she still said, just like, it's weird because I have a strict rule, except for my wife, of course. I'd never sleep with the girl in the band, right?
In a van.
I have been tempted like a bitch quite a few times, right? But I'm a pro. I'm a fucking pro musician. You don't do that unless you're going to marry him. And which I might point out, my wife is keyboard player in our band right now. So.
Hell yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I know, right? I can look at, because she's watching her fingers. I'm looking at all the girls going, and I go, take it on the wife. Yep. She'll kill me if she sees this.
Yeah, don't worry. We won't mention any of this when we talk to her about her book.
No.
The creative edit. Yeah.
We will hold you to having her come on this show, but we will not talk about.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You really should talk to her. She's a fucking genius. She's really smart.
Hell yeah.
Pain in the ass to live with, but she's super smart. I aside from being in love with her, I'm really impressed with her intellect. It's a
does she happen to have like a little pet name for you? Because I remember
Frankie Boo Boo,
somebody that used to date a Russian. She would call him Poop Stick.
Poop Stick.
Yeah.
Wow, that's close. She calls me Pooh, like P-U, Pooh, like the bear, or Munchkins.
Okay, I've heard the Munchkins one. I've heard that before. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the first. Oh, that bitch, she been lying to me for 20 years.
See, I love the pet names, man. My wife, she calls me dick face, scum, piece of shit. I'm not even joking, but she does that out of love.
I'm sure.
Oh, no, I know, right? You guys got 3 kids, right? She loves me, obviously.
Oh, dude, we give each other shit all the time. Like,
she's waiting for him to strike it big so she could take 50% of all of our mindless morning shows.
Dude, she's my wife is so hot. I'll let her. It's fine. I just do it.
You know what? So there's that famous saying: they got 50% of money and all the pussy. And they're after the rest of the money.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm married. My wife's going to hit me, so you girls don't have to yell at me. No, but that's a funny joke. It really is. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
Too,
you can't go wrong with it. Man.
Yeah.
All our listeners, they know our antics.
They know us.
We have zero fucks.
They know us so well. Like they listen to us for a fucking reason, and the reason is they don't know. Because they don't know what we're gonna Why do you like the Mindless Morning Show? Like,
I don't know, fucking amazing.
I just do. Funny. We don't know what we're gonna hear. So I mean we're gonna end up having to wrap up eventually at some point.
Yeah.
I know you've got like
it's been a pleasure, guys.
It has been
really
it is
absolutely
been great. Dude.
Yeah, I've had an awesome time.
I hope that like whatever happens in those lyrics in that studio, it has something to do with like White Claw and my beard now.
White Claw.
I think it. I think I'm infected. But yeah. So I'd like to send me your emails.
Yes.
Source connected through. So give me your email and I'll send you. I'd like to send you a demo copy of the album.
For sure.
Just, if you don't like it, it's fucking crap, and but whatever. So we're trying to get it. We have one song we're going to do a video for, and it was almost like the inspiration was watching TikTok videos, like the dances and stuff. Right?
Oh, no shit.
Right.
Yeah. And so there was this one chick. I won't mention her name. Bitch. Anyway. I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt because we approached her and said we'd pay her Hollywood union rate to come up to choreographize. Choreograph. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes. You see, you guys. So choreograph a video for us and be the lead dancer, and she turned us down because she didn't like the song.
Why?
That bitch.
Fucking why? I'm like, oh God, because I've been so enamored with her because she's such a pro dancer. Right, pro modern jazz dancer, and she turned us down.
It was Rosie O'Donnell.
I'm hurt. She doesn't like me. No, I like Rosie. I was hurt, but we're gonna find someone else. So I told her agent because we went through her agent. We're not, it's a professional deal here.
Sure.
I said, well, if I could get 1 out of 100 people to really like our music, I'd have the biggest song ever, right?
Yeah.
Right, and so I said it's going to take a while. It's just we'll keep sending it out. So I've actually found some girls that a couple of them are really good dancers, really good, and they do their own choreography. But you know what's true? You when you go to this agency and you look through the talent, it's humbling because God, this girl that the next girl down on the list just toured with Katy Perry as one of her dancers. She's a regular on So You Think You Can Dance. Yeah. But their agents said, well, you'll find one of them. This is a great fucking music. You'll find somebody. And I lived in Hollywood for 20 years, so I'm fucking totally up for rejection.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's
part of breakfast, right?
Yeah. Shit, exactly.
Terrible. I remember. I never forget. One time, I had a Hollywood guy tell me, your music is really good, but your hair, just the way your hair looks, it's not going to work.
Fuck you.
Oh, and I had another one. I said, my agent said, we want $5,000 for this 3-song, development deal. And so, no, we'll give you $1,000. Well, why? Because you're just not that good. You know.
Oh my God.
Fucking hey, man.
I swear to God.
Dude.
So you gotta get skin like a fucking lizard to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
What'll happen? You guys are going to get big, and then you're going to get the same crap from some haters that go.
Well, see, that's the thing. If I start getting hate, dude, I'll go cry to my wife. I mean, I can't handle it. I can't. He almost spit out his wine.
Yeah. It's okay because
they were mean to me.
It's okay. I'll stick up for us because I have had anything said to me and it still doesn't fucking bother me.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I am of the generation that sticks and stones may break my bones. Words never will fucking bother me whatsoever.
You totally ruined that, Josh. But whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Said it wrong.
It's something like that.
Tell you what, if I could somehow make a living off of doing what we are doing, where I can just sit back and drink beer and make jokes with people that are incredible, I will take that because I'm okay with it. That would be insane.
Absolutely.
There's people that do it, so why not you?
Why not?
Right?
Potential sponsors. Sponsors.
Why not you? You could do it.
I hope so. I mean, that's the goal.
Right? And you know what? Here's the thing, dude. it always takes way longer than you think it's going to take. But if you just don't give up, right?
Exactly.
What are they going to do?
Exactly. So, yeah, who knows, man? But we are, goddamn, we are so happy to have you on the show, man. It was incredible.
Hey, dude, thank you for having me. Yeah, it was really fun.
I'm glad.
I've been through this fucking the engineering nightmare for the last 4 months, and plus engineering, and I'm doing our record too, right? And because of COVID, I couldn't get the thing mastered by. We have a really good artist, Michael Romanoff, who masters our records, and he couldn't do it, So I had to fucking learn how to do that.
Yeah, man, that's insane. I mean, and you are a man of many talents, and the fact that you're just like, oh well, fuck, I'll do it, and you can do it it speaks volumes. It's awesome.
So whether I can or can't do it will be up for debate soon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but I want to send you guys the album. I'll send you like some merch and some stuff. So give me your address.
Yes.
And if you don't like it, just I'd rather hear that. In fact, I'm more into. I usually like the hate mail better because it's like, oh, that fucking dickhead. You can tell because of what they say. I can tell where they listened and where they didn't. Right. But you guys are super cool.
Dude, it's what we love this. I mean, this is one of the best things that I've ever. I love my kids, but I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, hey, dude, you gotta feed them.
Exactly.
Well, they're wonderful little critters.
Indeed. So everybody listening, which is in the multi-millions. Please,
really?
We are going to. I sounded convincing, didn't I?
Wait a minute, it's not just you two?
It's not just us two.
We're manifesting it into reality.
Dude, I will say, Frank, we do have listeners that are outside of the United States. We've got loyal listeners that are from the UK and yeah. Oh yeah.
Really? Oh, so we have a lot of Russian listeners because of. I would do that. You're fucking lucky because I would do that, but I would hit one of my guitars.
Oh, you notice? Okay. This is great. I get to talk about this thing.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh shit!
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Damn, you guys need to be watching on YouTube. He's showing us.
You got a whole setup.
Wow, Frank, that's a badass setup. That is a badass setup.
I'm so goddamn lucky. I mean, I can't.
Dude, I'm gonna come over. We're gonna hang out.
You're welcome,
dude.
I have 10,000 square feet here, and
hell yeah,
dude. We're gonna come jam out.
We'll come
drink, do good drugs.
I can play guitar. I can play guitar. I'm not amazing, but I'm good enough to where we can have some fun. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're welcome. Come out.
Hell yeah.
Dude, my company's doing great. We'll fly you out here and
Shit, yeah, man. I will. I mean, if you don't mind my kids coming with, they're fun.
Yeah, and we need to bring Eileen too because
yes.
It's time I give her some shit.
I agree. Hey, I haven't had a vacation in like 10 years. I've been plumbing.
Oh, dude, don't get started with me because I'd have some work for you.
Oh shit! Hey, I'll work for you.
I'll fucking fly you out here for consulting.
Fuck yeah, man! I'll work for you. That'll be fun.
Boilers are. I do boilers and it's fucking pipes.
Josh does too.
Pipes and pumps.
Josh is an HVAC tech.
Yeah.
He's sitting here like, oh shit, I hit the gold mine with these two fuckers.
Yeah, we're some men of many trades too, but we like to stay mindless.
I do drywall, I do cabinetry, I do trim, fuck man.
Fucking drywall, right? That is the most miserable job on
dude, you planet. Get so messy.
I have so much respect for those guys that can do it like all day.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
And do a good seam and do the mudding good.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That's fucking hard physical work, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Shout out to the drywall guys.
I agree, man. They get some shit done. They do it quick too.
And they always fix the stuff that we destroyed to get our stuff fixed.
when I go to a job, I'll just I beat the shit out of the walls if I have to. And I feel bad for them.
You guys, you plumbers. You're always putting fucking holes in the wall.
but if the builder tells me like, hey, try to keep it chill, like then I'll use the tape measure and a level and I'll make a nice beautiful rectangular cut. But if the builder is like, we're replacing this whole wall, then I'll hammer the shit out of it. But
Oh, and you guys and the electricians are always fighting over who gets to put a hole where through the wall, right?
Okay, the electricians steal our fucking holes, and
I told you.
It pisses me off, man. Oh my god, it pisses me off.
We could get into trade talks for like ever right now because we got stories for days.
I will drill holes all day. And then I come back the next day.
Talk about plumbers and electricians. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, I'll drill holes all day for my water lines, and then I'll come back the next day, and those fuckers have filled my fucking ran wire through all my holes. I did not drill those for you, man. Oh, man. Yeah.
And then they come and yell at me.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
So, hey, you want to hear about plumbers and electricians?
Hell yeah.
You want to hear about plumbers and electricians yelling at each other? Talk about a fucking spaceship.
I bet.
It's pipes and wires.
I can't
That's
even imagine.
What it is, right? Pipes and wires and a couple of big tubes. That's a fucking spaceship and a place for people to live. And, oh, God, I saw a fist fight at NASA with these fucking guys that could barely even swing. I mean, they haven't lifted anything than 2 pieces of paper for 40 years, right? And they're swinging at each other, yelling about who's got the right idea to go to Mars. And like, you dumb motherfucker, neither one of you guys are going.
Right.
You know, it's maybe your kids if you're lucky, but neither one of you knuckleheads are going. And they're fighting over who's going to put the wire through this conduit. Is it a water line or is it But yeah, that. So yeah, it's building the new world is a bitch, but we get hang in there and fucking do it, right?
Hell yeah.
We'll work it out.
Yes,
and
exactly.
We certainly hope to have you back sometime to talk all.
Oh, we will have him
about
back.
Everything. Yeah,
he will be back.
Look at that. You're so demanding of him, man. He's like, this guy makes his own schedule, right?
Shut up, John.
Dude, I'm just a dumb musician. I've got no life.
You're too humble.
I'm super honored that you guys would talk to me.
Dude, no.
Like with your sound, I really like that the red color there they have with the sound baffles on the wall.
Thank you.
That's being an audiophile, I can hear like the cut in about 750 hertz, right? That baffle is doing that's interesting. And you know what? And I think one of the reason sonically for the aliens who don't understand what you're actually saying, I think the contrast between the two rooms, his baffled microphone and your microphone has more resonance from the glass on the pictures on the wall. I think that's like a cool balance that I would imagine the aliens from Andromeda really appreciate.
We want to be, we want to be here for everybody, like we're just
everybody, right?
Yeah.
We're here for the whole galaxy.
Fuck yeah.
Right. And I tell you, you have galactic appeal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I do have this little muffle thing that I hope helps a little bit, but that's about really all I got on my mic. So I've been trying to keep the mic a little, like Josh told me that I keep accidentally swatting the mic because I'm very animated when I talk. And so I try to keep it to where I don't knock into it as much as I used to, but we'll see. But yeah.
And I think we prematurely lost Frank.
We lost Frank. How could we lose Frank?
I think he
did his phone
talk to us anymore.
No, it's not that. He still loves us, Josh. He still loves us.
We'll be right back after we get this figured out.
Yeah. Hello, my beautiful people. We are here. It's just me and Josh. So Frank was having some internet problems, and we've had this before a few times before. If you guys have not heard, it kind of cut out a little bit. We had some little, interference and some weird shit going on. But we had a really good time with Frank, and he's going to come back. And we are going to be hearing more from him. He has projects in the work. He's got music coming out next month. So we are going to be promoting and helping him grow. And we had a really good time with him. So we're going to end it here. And Josh, do you have anything you want to say?
I hope you guys had a good time. And
it was fun.
Mindless.
It was a lot of fun. Guys. So, yeah.
We're sorry to end it this way. I mean, we really have no control over it. The internet guys have slammed us.
Yeah, obviously, he did not have a problem with us, so it's not like he bailed on bad terms. He was just had internet problems, and so we're just gonna end it here. And we love you all, and Frank loves us, and we love Frank.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna leave now.
And Elon, we're coming after an interview from you,
dude. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get it. It'll happen eventually. I mean, I don't know when, but I mean, word is gonna spread of how much fun we are, and how you can just drink with us, and whatever. It'll happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Totally. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Fucking do it.
We will.
So stay mindless, everyone.
Stay mindless.
This is real science. This is fundamental questions that thinking men and women have wondered about for thousands of years. The role of life in the universe. This is very different from going to the moon and dating craters in order to produce enough data to get a credible paper to publish in the Journal of Geophysical Research and get tenure.